Okay, so yesterday we talked about main idea and key details, or central idea. Remember, central idea is when we have a topic what the story's about, and then we have a central idea, the most important idea or point about the topic, and then we have all those details that help us tell about the topic. So we talked about how we had a map here, remember, and we said the topic was bugs. The main idea was bugs are dangerous to other bugs. There was another main idea that we found. What was another main idea we found? Well, no, that was a detail. We said bugs are dangerous to other bugs. And there was another main idea we came up with. Isaiah? Yes, how the bugs might protect themselves. But this one was this main idea, and then we talked about the details that were related to how dangerous bugs are to other bugs. Like the praying mantis sit still to catch a fly. Some catch other bugs to feed their babies, and ants kill bugs with acid and sharp jaws eat the bug. And then for the main idea of bugs protect themselves, we said some of them can jump up, some of them hide, some of them act like thorns. Okay, so we talked about that. Or some look like other animals. So here's another nonfiction book called Bugs and Slugs. So it kind of has the same topics, doesn't it? Yeah. The topic is already here, bugs and slugs. Now, what they're going to talk about with bugs and slugs, I don't know yet. We don't know what the main idea is yet. So bugs and slugs, let's find out. Now, this one does have a table of contents. So I can say it's going to talk about small animals are everywhere, insects, butterflies, spiders, ladybugs, earthworms, snails, and slugs. And then a glossary tells me what words mean. Small animals are everywhere. There are many different kinds of small animals. You can see them everywhere, in gardens, parks, or your school playground. So I'm thinking that my main idea might be my topic might be bugs and slugs, but my main idea might be that small animals are everywhere. What do you think? That might be what this whole story is about. How many small insects can you find outside? You may have to look hard to see them. Grasshopper, snail, bee. Insects. Bees, wasps, flies, moths, ants, and beetles are all insects. There are millions of kinds of insects in the world. This is a rhinoceros beetle. All insects have 6 legs. Many have wings. Wasps and moths have 4 wings. Flies only have 2 wings. Even some ants have wings. Butterflies. Butterflies are also insects. They lay their eggs on plants. A caterpillar hatches from each egg. It eats the leaves of the plant. Then it turns into a chrysalis. The chrysalis does not move or eat. Amazing changes happen inside it. It turns into a butterfly. Spiders. Spiders have 8 legs, so they are not insects. They live among plants and in buildings. Most spiders make a sticky web. When an insect flies into a web, it gets stuck. The spider wraps it in thread and leaves it to eat later. Ladybugs. Ladybugs eat tiny insects called aphids. A ladybug has 6 legs. It is an insect. Ladybugs have colorful patterned shells called the elytra. The elytra helps to protect their delicate wings and also tells predators to stay away. Earthworms. An earthworm's body is made up of rings called segments. Each segment has tiny bristles. They help the worm move. Earthworms live in the soil and eat rotting leaves. Earthworms lay eggs, which hatch into tiny worms. Snails and slugs. A snail has a shell on its back. Slugs are like snails, but they do not have a shell. Slugs and snails make slimy trails. This helps them slide along. Snails and slugs eat plants and rotting leaves. Okay, so let's think about this main idea. So what was my topic again? What am I going to write up in the topic part? Bugs and slugs. And what did we decide was the main idea? What is this talking about? No? What did we say was the main idea, Xavier? Bugs are everywhere. Or small animals are everywhere, right? Small animals are everywhere. Okay, do you remember what some of the small animals they talked about were? Chase? Okay. What is a grasshopper? What kind of bug is it? No. What kind of animal is a grasshopper, Miss Heather? It does hop, yes. I don't even think it talked about grasshoppers, to tell you the truth. It did. It talked about bugs that are everywhere, but it didn't talk, yes, insects. There was a grasshopper here. But so insects are, what did they say were insects? Remember? What kind? Bees, wasps, flies, moths, ants, beetles, ladybugs. Okay. Then spiders. Yes. Spiders live in plants and buildings. And then someone said earthworms. We talked about earthworms. Boys and girls. Earthworms. Let's see, what do they say? Earthworms live in soil. Okay. And they eat rotten leaves. That's right. So our main idea, our small animals are everywhere. We have spiders live in plants and buildings. Earthworms live in soil. Insects are bees, wasps, flies, moths, ants, beetles, ladybugs. So insects really are everywhere, aren't they? They're all over the world. That's about all it said about them and where they live. Okay, so I'm going to hand every two people these, a bag of these, and there's a main idea and key details. So your job is to decide which of the ones in the green are the main idea and what are the 3 details. And which one of the 4 blue is the main idea and which one is the key details. So I'm going to hand out some hand sanitizer, and then I'm going to give 2 people 1 back. So one person's going to do the blue and one person's going to do the green. I'm going to come check, and if you got it right, then you're going to mix yours up and hand them to your partner, okay? But we're going to use hand sanitizer before we do that.